For teaching this song, Grandmother, it's nice to break it down into 3 different parts. And basically it's your melody line, the higher harmony, and then there's a lower harmony. And what I did was I staggered the first lines so that actually the second voice, which would be the first harmony, the first thing that happens is that voice simply repeats what the melody voice is singing. So you get that echoing effect. And it's only for the third line that you hear the harmony coming together. And that's kind of the simplest way to teach it. In the song itself that I just shared with you, you'll notice that I started adding other harmonies to the main lines when I started to repeat the verses again for the second and third times, just to illustrate the different things that could be done, just if you want to play around with it. But for the sake of this video and for teaching in a simple way, I'll just teach you the simple 3 harmony lines for that third line that comes in. So we've got the melody line, which is Grandmother, you are wise, I hold your radiance inside. And that's the same tune, and that repeats for all the verses. So for the first harmony, it comes in as the echoing. So Grandmother, Grandmother, you are wise, I hold your radiance inside. So because of the staggering that takes place, well, because of the echo I should say, you've got to catch up a little bit to add the harmony to that third line. Because where the first voice gets to wait an equal pause between each line, that the second voice catches up to put the harmony on for that third line. And then the second harmony line is lower, and I just kind of stayed silent for the first 2 voices that were coming in. So that echoing that happens at the beginning, that the third voice wasn't even singing in there at all. But you could if you wanted to, just have an extra voice, why not? Throw a harmony on, why not? But the harmony line for the third line would be, so it would be Grandmother, you are wise, I hold your radiance inside. And that's pretty simply it. There's obviously other variations, which I know I say that every week, and maybe you're like, grr, just tell me how it goes. But really, I like to leave it open so that you can play around with it. And for me, music isn't hard and fast one way, and I think I like to take the intimidation out of music in that way, but also just offer certain harmonies as far as if you do want someone to follow, that's what you can start with. But you might notice as you're listening to the song that there's other things that come in. There's other little harmonies or variations to the harmonies that I stick in there. It doesn't mean anything's right or wrong. It's just other ways of doing it. So that's that. And I'll see you again next week.